There, I'm Violet Van Hees, and I'm doing a workshop at the Feldenkrais conference that's coming up on the importance of felt safety. So I wanted to give a little snippet of an experience here. One of the things we'll be playing with about how we can help ourselves and the people we work with to sense whether they're in a place of safety, whether they're, and what that feels like, or whether they're in a place that's a response in the body to deal with either danger or stress or something that's kind of overwhelming. And we have two different parts of our parasympathetic nervous system that can land us in very different places. And we're going to play with just the physiology of that and the feeling of that and see what happens here. So I invite you just to hang out for a moment, just sort of sit where you are or stand where you are, just kind of get ready for this. And then we're going to play with the exhale. So breathe out. Just breathe out once and sort of get that sense of how you breathe out. And the next time you breathe out and go into kind of a collapse. Okay, so take a nice breath in, and breathe out and kind of just collapse. And just notice when you're in this place, when you're kind of collapsed, what does that feel like inside yourself? What do you notice about how ready you feel? If someone was going to come and say hi to you, how responsive would you be to that? And kind of notice, does this place feel familiar to you? Is there a sense that you've been in this place before? And what kind of situation or what memory maybe just flashes by for you in relation to being in this place? And how engaged could you be in learning something new if you're kind of in this state, if your physiology and your posture is like this, if this is your position, if this is how you are physically right now? What goes along with that in terms of how ready you feel to learn something new or engage in the world around you? And then let's switch that. So take a breath in again and breathe out again. And this time, see if you can land on top of a sense of support in your body and a sense of support from the ground. So maybe do a couple of breaths, and each time you breathe out, kind of land. It's sort of like we sometimes do when we're preparing for something interesting. We're kind of going, or maybe you might do it when you notice you're getting kind of hyper. I do it when I'm working with animals, when I'm going to work with a horse. I need to breathe out and land in myself so that I'm here and now. I'm kind of present in myself in a settled kind of way. And just check. If you're in this place, do you sense that you would respond to the world differently? Are you different in terms of how open you would be to meeting someone who came up and said hi to you? How at ease do you feel in yourself when you land on top of yourself and settle into support like this, compared to how you felt when you when you collapsed? Is there a difference? So just sort of notice that experience, and I'm going to give a little bit of the theory behind this, because breathing out is regulated by the parasympathetic nervous system. Breathing in is regulated by the sympathetic nervous system. It's an arousal. Breathing out is the parasympathetic nervous system. And everybody thinks, oh, parasympathetic nervous system, or a lot of people think, is calming down. But there's different kinds of slowing down. There is a slowing down. But there's a slowing down that lands in a calmness and a readiness and a place that's engaged in the world. And there's also a calmness that can land in basically more of a shutdown state, or a collapse, or a closing off, or a numbness to the world. And it's kind of interesting to work with and notice both of those two states and notice they're both possible. So you can start to see that and recognize it, and you can play with people to experience one and the other, and you can play with it for yourself. And you can play with, oh, it's parasympathetic. If I want to calm down, I can land on the support. I can settle into myself. And that is somehow a calming thing. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Anyways, just wanted to give those ideas. I'll be doing more of this kind of stuff in the workshop. We'll have more time there, and we'll have more fun with this. And lots of other ideas about how to find the place that really supports learning and engagement in the world, so that we can foster that and really bring that foundation into the work that we do when we're working with others and in ourselves. Thanks very much. Bye for now.